Welcome back. This is the video for exercise number 4 in our journey in learning Microsoft Excel. Those who did not watch the previous videos, I highly advise them to watch them, the introduction video and the exercise 1, 2 and 3, so that they can benefit from all the features that we have discussed, and it will be easier for them to follow with us on this video and the coming videos. So this is my advice for those who did not watch the videos. Those who did, excellent. So you can continue your learning this powerful application. So let us see what we have today in exercise 4. So by the end of this exercise, you will be able to do the following important tasks. The first one is to use the filter feature in Excel based on different criteria, as we will see in this exercise. The second task that you will be able to do is to use the conditional formatting feature in Excel, which is a very interesting feature, and I will explain it in detail. Then you will know how to count the number of a specific item in a list using the COUNTIF function. This is a very important function, COUNTIF. We will learn how to use it. Then you will use a text orientation feature in Excel. All these tasks you will be able to do after you finish the exercise and you practice it yourself. So hope you will find this video very useful for you. Okay, it is the demonstration time, and see you there. Okay, so let us start. First, let me show you the exercise that we will do in this video. It is exercise number 4. Again, you will start running your Excel and you start typing the table given you in the exercise. In this case, it is this one. Then, as you know, we have a set of tasks we should complete. So let us have a look to this table. Now, there is a few things here very interesting. First is this one. So we will learn how to type a text to be formatted in this orientation, vertical orientation. This is one thing. Another thing is what this content is about. If we pay attention here, it's a payroll. So maybe this is payroll in Arabic mean rawatib. So this is a report it seems for a company. They have employees. This is the employee name and in which department he's working. This is the department, and the degree, the educational degree that he has, like master, PhD degree, bachelor, diploma, and the salary for each employee. Then it seems it needs us to calculate something. I don't know what's here in this column and here. We will see this inshallah. So let us start now. I will show you how to do this and how we even the first row, it seems it's a merge row. So by this time I believe you know how to merge cells. We covered this in our previous videos. So let us start now. First, let me just make this a little bit okay, and let me, this is the already I start some typing here so that we save time, and let me just, yeah, okay, excellent. Oh, sorry, okay. So I think we need to do something here. First, you see here in my table, I don't have this row, the first row. I have the employee. So first I will add a row here. So we know how to add a row. We covered this in our previous videos. So I will right click the row number 1. Then I will choose insert. So it will add a row here. Then, which is this one. Then I will merge the cell from A to F. So I will select A up to F. Then I simply click merge and cell. and I will type this payroll. Excellent. I will click outside here. Let me a little bit size this. We know how to size the height of a row, so let me just a little bit. Okay, excellent. Now this is one thing. Another thing, if you notice here, we have here a column A. It seems the employee name in the column B, and I need to add a column in A so that I can type the name of the company, which is XYZ company. So I will insert a column here before A. So simply I go to the A. We also cover how to insert the columns in the previous videos. So I will right click here and then I will click insert. As you can see, it add a new column. Let me see here. I think I have to merge this again and again, second click so that it merge. Okay, so now as you can see from here, this column is a merged column. I have to we know how to merge the row, but now I will merge the column. It's from 2 up to 14. So again, same idea. I will come here from 2. I will start from here up to 14. Then I will click the merge and center. So it make it very large column with merge cells, and I will start typing the text here, XYZ, as you can see, company. So let me start typing XYZ space company. Now we will find a very interesting thing. I press enter. Now as you can see, the text that I type is not shown because it's longer than the width of the column. This is one thing. Another thing, I don't want it horizontally. I want it to look like this one. So how do we do this? You see, it's here in the vertical. So how do I do this in Excel? Very simple. Let me show you. Now, since I type here already, I type something, so I click that one, and here in the alignment group of commands, I have a very interesting option here, which is this one. It's called orientation. When you click that one, you have different options for orientation: angle counterclockwise, angle clockwise, vertical text, rotate, this and that. I believe the one that we need is this one, vertical text. Now look what happened when I click this one. As you can see, the name of the company become vertical, and it is much like this one, but still I think we need to make it horizontally and vertically aligned. Now it is horizontally aligned center, but it's not vertically. So in this case I have to click this one, middle align, because here it's already centered horizontally. If you remember from our previous videos, this is the left and this is the center and this is the right. This is horizontally, and these are the vertical one. Top align, middle align, and now currently it's bottom align. That's why it's a little bit down. So if I want to make it center, I simply click this one. Now it become in the center vertically and horizontally. Then to make it clear, let me just bold it so that it excellent. So you see, this is how we can make the text. This is, you know, it asks you to do this in the exercise. So we know now how to use this feature. Now also, if you look here, the columns width for the employee department, you know, a little bit small, so I have to increase a little bit. And we know, if I click out, we know how to do this. We will use the easy way. I will click here and I will drag a little bit. Excellent. And the same thing I will do for the C and D, between C and D. Yeah, that's a good. And also this one a little bit. Excellent. Also I think also we need to increase this one. Excellent. Now also I will put a border so that the text is clear, although it's not required in the exercise, but Anyway, we know how to make a border, so simply I will select all the border, all the table here. Then we go to the format cell, and this is the border. Again, I will use single line. I will click single line for the inside, and I will select the double line for the outline. Of course, there are many options like the color, you know, this and that. You can play with this and you can try. But now to make it simple, I will click OK. Excellent. So this is our, let me just zoom it a little bit so it is easy for you. So this is our, your first task is to type the content, and we did this. So let us continue now. If I go down, as you know, normally it asks us to save the workbook, so let me do it this. So I will save now, file, save as. Again, as we know, browse. Then again I will choose the document, and I will start typing the name here. It says spread. Again, because already I have some files with that name, so I will choose one of these. I only will change this to number 4. Excellent. So now I am ready to save it, so I will save it. Okay. Now let's go to task number 3. Task number 3 here. Calculate the values of need increase. Okay. Okay. Calculate the value of need increase. This means this one. Column as follow. If the employee's salary is greater than or equal to 10,000, then it is no. Otherwise, yes. So what does this mean? This means that here in this column we will have either no or yes. It depends on the salary of the employee. If the salary of the employee is greater than 10,000, as it's written here, then we should write here no. If the employee salary is less than 10,000, okay, we should write here yes. So this means those employees whose salaries are 10,000 or more or greater, they don't need any increase in their salary. So we should write here no. Those who are with 10,000, less than 10,000, then they need an increase in salary. So we have to write here yes. So here we will have a text either no or yes, depends on the salary. So how do we do this? We want the Excel to calculate this for us. Now in this exercise I have only few employees, but imagine if I have 100 or 1000 and you want to do this. It's no way to go one by one. So that's why we need the help of the Excel, and that's why you are learning Excel on the first place. So let me tell you how to do this. So first we will calculate for the first employee as usual, as you know. Then it is easy for us to calculate for the others. Now here from the exercise, it seems I need a condition, if condition. I will use the if formula, because here it asks me the if there is, you know, if the employee salary is greater than or equal 10,000, then we will give it no as a text. So how do we do this? Again, I will start with Nasser, and I will start if equal if and open parenthesis. I want to salary of Nasser here, which is in E. I believe it's in E3, so it's if F3 E3, if E3, which is the salary of Nasser, greater than or equal 10,000, then comma, we will give him no. We will write no, but no is not a number, it's a text, so we have to put it in a quotation mark. So I will just put it quotation mark here, and here I will say no. Then comma, again I will put a quotation mark, yes, and I will close the parenthesis. So let us see what does this formula mean. Now if I press enter, what will Excel will do? He will go to E3, which is highlighted here, you know, which is the salary of Nasser, and compare its value to 10,000. If it is greater than or equal This means the condition is true, so this equation will return this text value, which is no. Because you know why we put the quotation? Because this is a text, so the text normally we put it into a quotation mark. Now if this condition is false, it will return yes. So let us try now. Press enter and see what it will return to us. Is it no or yes? What do you think? The salary of Nasser is 15,000, so it's larger than 10,000. So this means this condition is true, so it will return no. So he doesn't need any increase. Okay, let us see. Press enter. Yeah, you see it return no. Why? Because his salary is greater than 10,000. Now the same thing I can do. I can click here. Of course I don't need to do the same thing for all the employees. I simply do it for the first employee. Then simply I come here, and as we know and we learned in our previous exercises, you simply come to the lower right hand of the cell till the mouse is look like this, the pointer plus black plus sign. Then simply I click and then drag till the last employee, and then simply release my mouse, and as you can see, automatically Excel calculate for me, does the employee need increased salary or not. So as you can see, those who are less than 10,000, it's written here yes, so this means that they need an increase in the salary. Those who are greater than, equal to or greater than 10,000, next to them is no. So we use the F function to do this calculation. Excellent. Now let us go let us save before we. Now let us go for it ask me to make 6 copies of sheet 1 and name them filter A, filter B, filter C, and so on up to filter F. So what it asks me is to copy this sheet and make many sheets here. Okay, so and we name the sheets as filter A, filter B, and so on. So let us do this. Also we covered this in the previous videos, how to copy sheets and how to move. So let us do it for this. Let me copy, right click, then move or copy. Then I will move it to the end, and I put here a copy, create a copy, so that it doesn't move the sheet itself, but it will create a copy. Then okay, you see now it create a copy of the sheet 1. So now sheet 1 and sheet 2, they have exactly the same data. Then it asks me to name it here filter A. So I will double click and just simply write filter A and press enter. Now the same thing, I will right click again. I will do 6, I think, and again move it to the end, create, and again you see double click here and will type filter B, enter. Again I can double right click any sheet, for example, because they have the same data. So let me right click filter B and then move or copy. Make sure that you click this one so that it make a copy and move it to the end. Okay. as you can see, it's create a copy of that sheet. So I double click that one and I will write here filter, sorry, D, filter C, enter. Again I will make a copy, right click, make copy, again move to the end, click here, create a copy, and double click filter D. We will continue based on the exercise, make 6 copies. Okay, so far we make 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have one more. Also you can click this one. No, this is a create a new one. I want to copy, so let's click create and move. Again I will call this filter A, B, C, D, E. Okay, and I think the last one, right click, move or copy. I will move it to the end with this create a copy check mark. architect, and here we will simply write it if I believe now we finish this task. As you can see, now we have 6 copies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. As you can see, they have the same data as the original sheet 1. So let us save and continue. Okay, now show the following information. Use the filter feature in the corresponding sheet. Excellent. So in sheet number A, which is this filter A, the employees whose name is Nasser. So let us go to filter A. Now, what does this mean? It asks us to use the filter feature in Excel. Now, what does this mean? This means now I have this table, I have names of employees, but let us assume the manager asks you, he wants only to show the name, the employees whose name is Nasser. So we use the filter feature in Microsoft Excel. So filter, it will hide all the rows and accept a few rows based on the criteria. In this case, our criteria is we want to hide all the rows except the rows whose employee name is Nasser. For example, now how many Nasser I have? I have, this is 1 and this is 1. So 2 Nasser. The first Nasser, he is working in mechanical department and his degree is master. The second Nasser, he is working in the management and he has again master. So I don't want all the employees. I want only to show the employees whose name is Nasser. This is where the filter help us. So how do we do this? So now I make sure that I am in filter A. Now to do that, let me just make it a little bit larger. Excellent. Now what do we do to use the filter? First, I will select these columns because these are the header of these columns. Then we go to the data, and in the data, in the sort and filter, I have this icon. I simply click that one. Now notice what will happen when I click this icon in this row. Now what happened? It add this icon to the columns. I will use these icons to activate the feature, the filter feature in Excel. So since here the first one, it asks me the employees whose name is Nasser, this means I will go to the employee name column and I will click this arrow. As you can see here, from here it shows you all the values. So what I will do, I will click this tick mark to deselect, select all. Then I will put a tick mark. If I go back, yeah, I simply click a tick mark to the Nasser and then I click. Now once I click, what it will show only me the employees whose names is Nasser. So let me just click that one. As you can see, this is the filter. This is the function of the filter. Now it shows me only the employees whose name is Nasser. So this is a very, very powerful feature in Excel, and we use it every day to filter our data. So let me save and let us continue. Now for B, filter B, the employees whose degree is master. This time we want to filter the table, but not based on the employee name, but based on the employees who got master degree. يعني معاهم ماجستير يا شباب. نبغى بس الموظفين اللي معاهم ماجستير. فخلينا نروح على B. We will go to the B, filter B. Now I don't want to show all the employees. I want only the employees who has a degree, a master degree. So again we will use the filter. It's again, I will select, as we did in filter A, I will select this column, then we go to the data tab, then I click the filter. As you can see, we have these icons. Now this time I will not go to the employee name, but I will go to the degree. This is based on the task. This is what it asks me here. So we want the employees whose degree is master. So again, I click that arrow, and I will click select all, this tick mark to deselected, and then I select only the master. So when I click now, the filter will work, and it will show only the employees whose degree is master. So I click OK. You see now I have this total 4 employees, which is Nasser, Walid, Abdullah, and Nasser. They have the master. So this this doesn't mean that you delete the data. Only it will hide the other data and will show only the criteria. If we want to bring back data again, so simply you come here and you put the select all again and you click OK. You see the data is back. We are not deleting. We are just using the filter to show only the record based on a certain criteria. So again, let me do it. So I will go to degree. I will deselect, select all, and I will choose only the master. So this is how powerful is the filter feature in Excel. So let me save it. So now we have filter A based on the employee name, Nasser, filter B based on the degree, who has master degree. So let us continue and let us see what it asks us here. Now in C, the employees whose department is electrical. So now I will go to the filter C. Now your manager, for example, he want to know only to show only the employees who are working in electrical department. So what do you think? How do we do this? Again, using the filter, excellent. So again, we will select the header row here because these are the column titles. Then again, we go to the data. Make sure that you are data, because sometimes students, they don't find this because they are in the home. So make sure that you are in the data tab, then you click the filter. Once you click the filter, you have these icons. Now in this time, I think we should go to the department because this is based on the C. So we go to the department. Again, I will deselect this one, and only I will select the electrical. So in this case, if I click OK, it will hide all the other records, and it will only show the employees who are working in electrical department. So let me click this one. Excellent. As you can see, only the employees who are working in electrical department. I hope by this time you know what's the how useful the filter feature in Excel is. So let me just save and let us continue. Now in D, it asks me the employees whose salary is less than 9,000, or you see here we have or greater than 14,000. So let us see how we can do. So let's go to filter D. Now we will filter based on criteria, two criteria here. الموظفين اللي رواتبهم أقل من 9,000 أو الموظفين اللي أكبر من 14,000. So how do we do this? Again, I am in D now. I will select this heading. Then again we go to the data and filter. You see now I have this one. In this case we go to the salary. Now how do we do this? How do we do this task, which is in D? Of course I cannot use this method that I show you, okay, because we don't have we cannot make more than a criteria. But what we can do, we can come to the number filter here, and we can choose from here, because here it says salary is less than or less than 9,000, sorry. So we will come here. You see we have here less than. So I click that one, and I can type is less than, and here I will write 9,000, and from here you can choose and or. So and then based on the exercise, it says to me here or, so I will choose or. Then from here, this drop down, I can select the other criteria. In our case, we will based on this is greater than, so I will choose here is greater than, you see, and then here I will type 14,000. So I believe now if I click OK, it will show only the employees whose salary is less than 9,000 or whose salary is greater than 14,000. Anyone outside this range, they will not. So let me click OK. Excellent. So you see now I have filtered my data, and only it shows the employees whose salary is less than 9,000. For example, like Khalid here, he has 8,000. Like Naif, okay, like Talal, and those who are larger than 14, like Nasser here, his salary is larger than 14,000. Like Hassan here. So now my data is filtered based on this criteria. Those salary is less than 9,000 or greater than 14,000. Excellent. So let us continue. Okay, let us go now. E, it asked me to show only the employees whose department is mechanical or management. So your manager, he wants to see the employees who are working in either mechanical department or management. So we will use again the filter. So let me go to E, this sheet, filter E, and again we will do the same thing. I will select this one. Then again in the data, you click filter. And this time, where do you think, which column should we choose? Because based on the exercise here, it says the employees whose department. الموظفين اللي في قسم الميكانيك أو الإدارة. So I think we should go to department, and then from here I will deselect this one, and from here you can select mechanical and management. You see, so here it will shows me the employees whose department either they are working in mechanical or management. So this then click OK. Excellent. As you can see, it shows only the employees who are in mechanical and management. So for example, Nasser working in mechanical, Hassan in management, Talal in mechanical, Nasser in management. And it hide all the other employees who are working in electrical, who are working in other department. They will not be shown here. Why? Because I used the filter. Very good. Excellent. So let us continue. Now we reach the last one, I think. If the employees whose name ends with D. Yeah, okay, so let's go to filter F. Now your manager asking you, he want to see only the list of employee whose name is end with the letter D. This is, although this is very strange request. I don't know why he want this, but anyway, this is just to we want to show you how powerful the Excel is, and you can do many amazing things. So this is very strange request, but still Excel can do it for you. So now your manager, for example, he wants you to show him only the employees whose name is end with D. So again, we will use the filter. So by this time, I am sure you know how to do this. So I will select the header here, and then in the data, click filter. And in this case, we will go to the employee's name. But this time we will not use this method, because now the request is very strange. Those he wants the names whose end with D. So in that case, we go to the text filter here, and if we look to the right hand side, you see we have an option here, ends with. So when we click that one, and here you type the letter D, sorry, and now once I click OK, this means it will show the employees whose name will end with D. Now let us have, before we click OK, let us see who employees end with D. I think Walid, okay, Khalid, and Hamid, I believe. So we should, when we click this OK, it should show these employees only. So let us try. Yeah, that's true. You see now Walid, Khalid, and Hamid. So Excel is very powerful on these things. So let us click save and continue. So you see now we did filter A, B, C, so you know now how to use this powerful feature. It's filtering is different than sorting. Sorting, you will not hide any data, you just sort it, tertib. Filtering, no, some data will be hidden, some data only shown based on the criteria. I hope it is clear for you. So let me go back to the sheet 1 and let us continue. Now number 6 again is very interesting. Now by using conditional formatting, okay, all the cells, degree, column contain PH degree, that's it. Now let me just explain to you what's conditional formatting. Now let us assume you have this list is very small list of employees, but let us assume you have 100 employees or 1000, and your manager asks you to highlight the color, for example, the employees who are working in chemical. So we want, for example, in chemical here, it shows, for example, in red. How do we do this? We have something called conditional formatting. It helps you automatically in a very fast way to distinguish your data, and you can format your data based on a certain criteria. Now here in number 6, what is telling me? He want to highlight or to format the employees who has PhD degree. So for example here Hassan, he has a PhD degree, Brekan, he has PhD degree, Hamad, he has PhD degree. We want to format some color with these, but we don't want to do it manually. So we have something called conditional formatting, and the format here, it says the format is a green fill with a dark green text. So let me tell you how we do this. Now since it asks for the degree, I will start from the master here. I will select all the employees. This is the first step. Then you go back to home. In the home we have here what we call conditional formatting. Now from here you can choose whatever you want, but I will choose highlight cell rules, and I will say here equal to. So I want only the PhD degree, so I will come here equal to. Then here it asks me the value. I will write here simply, you can click any one of these PhD degree, so I will click this one so that make sure that you are here. Now I click that one, and from here, as you can see, we have options. Now based on here in the exercise, it says a green fill with dark green text, so I think it's this one, green fill with dark green text. I choose this one and click OK. And if I click outside, you see it all of a sudden automatically it format those employees who are having PhD degree. So imagine if you have 1000, 2000 employee, it is very simple to give it a special format using the conditional formatting. That's why they call it conditional formatting, because now it format يعني ينسق بناء على كريتيريا معينة. Now as you can see, all of a sudden it shows the PhD degree with different formatting. So conditional formatting is really very useful and very handful feature. So let me save and let us continue and see. Number 7 is excellent. It says here number 7, calculate the number of employees in the electrical department. This is very interesting again. Now we want to calculate the number of here, the number of employees in electric department is, we want on this cell to write how many employees they are working in electrical department. So in this case, because it's a very small list, you can count it manually. For example, I have Walid 1, Khalid 2, Brekan 3, Hamad 4. But this is not the way we want. We want to use formula functions. Because imagine if you have 100 or 1000 list of employee, and your manager asks me how many they are working in electrical department. So you don't go one by one. There is a function built in with the Excel. It helps you to do this, and this function, it's called COUNTIF. I will explain it to you now. So first I want the number of employee in electrical department to be in this cell. So first I will click that one, and now I will start writing the function. But this function, it needs the range where it should start looking. Here in our case, the range is from C3 up to C13. This is the department, so we want to search for in the department column, and we wanted to count only counter عداد متى ما شاف اي واحد الالكتريكال يعد يزيد واحد اثنين ثلاث. فاول شيء لازم احدد المكان يا شباب. I have to specify the range. The range is here in the department from C3 up to C13. So I need this information in writing our formula. So now I will click here and I will type equal. As we know, every formula, every equation, it should start with equal. Then we have a very interesting function. It's called count and then if. One word, there is no spaces. Then I open a parenthesis. Now the first thing I have to provide this function is the range where it should look. It should look, as I said now, it should look from C3 up to, what is the last one here, C13. You see even the Excel highlight. So now the Excel, I specify for the Excel the range where it should start searching and counting for electrical. But how do I tell Excel to count for electrical? Now the function here is not complete. I have to complete it, then comma. Now I want to search for electrical, and because electrical is not a number, it's a text, I have to put it in a quotation mark. So I put a quotation mark here and then I write electrical. And I close the quotation mark and then close the parenthesis. I believe this formula now is complete. I didn't press enter because I want to review this formula. So what does this mean? Let us repeat, gentlemen. This means COUNTIF هذا الرينج يعني عد ولكن بشرط هذا الرينج من C3 إلى C13 which is this one. متى ما شفت كلمة electrical زود العداد بواحد. هذا نسميها COUNTIF. So now if I press enter, it will go from C3 up to C13, and whenever there is electrical, it will add the one to that counter. At the end, it will return me how many employees in electrical. So let us see if everything is work. It should return how many you think? I think 4, yeah? So let us see. Excellent. So you see, it returned 4. Why? Because I have 4 employees working in electrical department. So this is the COUNTIF. So if I click that one, you see it is here. This is the formula in the formula bar. COUNTIF and then open parentheses. Then you put the range that you want اللي هو من وين إلى وين يدور. بعد كده تحط كوما يا شباب وتحط الكلمة اللي تبغى تدور عليها. إذا كانت هذه الكلمة عبارة نص تحطها بين quotation مهم جدا. إذا كانت رقم ما تحط quotation. As you can see, it return us 4. I hope this is clear. Let us continue here. Okay, the last one is okay. The last one, type your first name, last name, your ID at the end of the worksheet, and then save the changes, and then it's okay. So let me maximize this. So I think now we finish. I will write here, as you know, student name, and here student ID, and you type section number. I believe it's okay now. By the way, maybe I add this by mistake. I don't need this one, so let me just delete it. I don't need it anymore. So now I think our sheet is ready and you can submit it. You see we have sheet 1, this is the original one, and these are the filter, and you are ready to submit your sheet if your trainer asks you to do so. So this is the end of this exercise. This is a very interesting exercise. We learn how to use the filter, which is a very powerful feature of Microsoft Excel, especially if you have a large number of employees or any large list. You can filter the data based on a certain criteria, as I show you. Plus we learn how to use the conditional formatting. Plus also we learn how to use the COUNTIF, and also how to make a text like this one, orientation. So it is very interesting exercise. I highly encourage you please to re-watch this video again, then you practice again. I will put in the video description in the YouTube channel another homework which is similar to this one, so that you can practice. Hope you find this useful for you, and it was a pleasure for you to watch this, as was a pleasure for me to create this for you. I will see you inshallah in exercise 5. Till that time, please stay safe.